The big story broke late last night, but not surprising because you knew they were going hard after him. The Yankees get Aroldis Chapman, 5 years, $86 million. Tim Kurkjian does a phenomenal job with the baseball and ESPN and joins us here for a few minutes reacting to that. Tim, good morning. Happy holidays. Thanks for a few minutes.
My pleasure.
So, I guess no surprise here. The Yankees got their man, and also Chapman wanted to pitch for the Yankees again. So this looks like a win-win. And I said, Tim, the big thing to me is that the Yankees didn't have to give up anybody to get him.
Yeah, that's usually the best way to do this. And this is a remarkable chain of events and really not surprising for what we thought might happen. They traded Chapman at the trade deadline. They got Gleyber Torres and others for him. Gleyber Torres being a 19-year-old shortstop, was voted the best player in the Arizona Fall League. They get that haul for Chapman, and then, as some thought, they got him back, Chapman, of course, and they did it without giving up anything other than, of course, a lot of money, and now they're in a great position to have that bullpen loaded at back end for a couple of years, and or more than a couple. So they're in pretty good shape here.
Yeah, and while the Yankees fans wait for this team to be really good, and they're not giving up on their prospects, that seems to be the theme with Brian Cashman. I think Hal Steinbrenner also looked at this as like, you know what, we're going to at least have a superstar player that our fans can come and watch. I don't know how good they're going to be next year, but we still have Aroldis Chapman, and there'll be fans that'll want to be in that ballpark just to see Chapman come in the game and, you know, blow a 105-mile-an-hour fastball by somebody.
Yeah, and this is for the future, too, because as you guys know, this team is being built for 2018 and then 2019 with some of the people that they've acquired and with the young people that they have. And if Chapman can be there, of course, this is going to be a decent team next year, but they're shooting for 2018. And then after the 2018 season, we have that, you know, that nuclear free agent crop with Manny Machado and Bryce Harper, and the Yankees have all sorts of plans to be in on that. So I think this team has a chance to contend next year, be very good in 2018, and be very, very good in 2019.
Tim, do you see the Yankees going hard after Harper? Would they be willing to spend the $400 million to get him?
Well, of course, a lot has to happen in between there. We have to see how well Harper plays next year. I mean, he had 243 last year. It didn't look like the same player. And we have to see what the ramifications are of the CBA are. But the Yankees have done such a nice job saving so much money, cutting so much payroll, going young, and still remaining competitive that, yeah, they've loaded up to make sure they get a premium free agent at a young age as opposed to an aging pitching free agent. So, yes, I think they will be in the hunt for the best free agents after 2018.
Tim Kurkjian, ESPN, with us talking baseball. Chapman, win-win right there. We had a question that somebody just called in. I'll ask you the question. Do you see the Yankees making any other moves within the starting pitching rotation, maybe a second-tier guy that could help them?
Tim, you there?
Yeah, I lost you for a second. Yeah, I think they're out looking for pitching right now. But as we know, the starting pitching market simply isn't very good right now. Rich Hill was the best guy out there, and he's gone now to the Dodgers. So I think they're going to keep looking around, but I just don't know if that pitcher is out there that can really help them. Now, they can get a third or a fourth starter who can be useful, but at the same time, I'm just not sure they have the guy out there that they're looking for. And that's why, again, they're going to probably have to wait another year to get the perfect guy because they're not going to trade any of their best young kids to acquire a number 3 starter. They're going to do it through free agency and then go for the bigger fish in a year or so.
Hey, final question, Tim. Home run ball by the Red Sox yesterday and getting Chris Sale, even though they gave up quite a bit.
Yeah, the Red Sox became, at least for me, on paper, the best team in the American League. They got the best trade acquisition out there in Chris Sale, who's also arguably the best pitcher in the whole American League. They went at least a small distance to replacing David Ortiz by getting Mitch Moreland, which allows Hanley Ramirez to do a little bit more DHing. He added Tyler Thornburg, who's a piece to the back end of the bullpen that was critical. So I really liked what the Red Sox did, and it's no surprise that Dave Dombrowski just kind of swept in at the last moment and got what he needed. He's really, really good at that.
Yeah, I was going to say he's got the reputation of doing that over his course of his career. Tim Kurkjian, thanks for a few minutes. Enjoy the rest of your day. We appreciate it here on Big Board Sports, ESPN Radio in Albany.
Okay, guys, thank you.